What's going on, everyone? So, the Bleacher Report, many of you I'm sure are familiar with Bleacher Report, put out a potential trade proposal. They did a thing where it's like, hey, every team's ideal target and situation. And that player for the Lakers was Lauri Markkanen. Now, Utah is very open to trading Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen is having a hell of a season as well. He has been lighting it up. And on paper, he is like exactly what this team needs, right? Got size, can rebound the basketball, stretch the floor, won't take the ball out of Luka and Austin Reaves' hands. I mean, him as like your third guy, not really a first or second option from what we've seen. Him as your third guy, I mean, he's a guy to go get you 25 a night on efficiency and just have Austin Reaves and Luka Doncic just feeding him the basketball, the attention they draw. I mean, it would be probably one of the best fits in basketball. No ands, ifs, buts, questions about it. And one, we know Danny Ainge will trade with us. Two, we know that they really want to get off of Lauri Markkanen. They were trying to trade Lauri Markkanen before they had to pay him, but they couldn't get the return that they wanted because one, he was so cheap, and two, teams were like, hey man, we're gonna have to pay him $40 million, and you want us to give you a bunch of assets and stuff like that on top of it. It's like, it doesn't make sense for us. Right now, they definitely want to trade him. I mean, there's been several reports, even from Utah's side of things, that are like, hey, if they could get off of him, they would, right? But originally, the idea was like in the offseason and past, seasons was like, okay, put a package around Austin Reaves, go get Lauri Markkanen. Well, now Austin Reaves is playing so well, it doesn't make sense, right? Like if you traded Austin Reaves for Lauri Markkanen at this point, it'd almost be malpractice. It's like, dude, and Austin Reaves is going to be cheaper than Lauri Markkanen, not by much, but still, like that couple million is the difference between you being an apron team or not, or and the repeater tax and all that stuff, right? So again, you couldn't justify that trade down. You'd have to get Lauri Markkanen and like a bunch of first and a bunch of others, like Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, and a bunch of other stuff. But the problem is the Lakers couldn't just trade Austin Reaves straight up for Lauri Markkanen, even if they wanted to do it, right? Like if they could, get Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen, and 2 firsts for Austin Reaves, then yeah, maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's justified. It's like, okay, cool. You got your long-term center option defensively. You got Lauri Markkanen, right? That would fit beautifully alongside Luka Doncic, right? Like, sure, but again, that can't even happen even if you wanted it to. So what is the trade proposal that Bleacher Report put out? And it is Rui, Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and Maxi Kleber for Lauri Markkanen. Right now, the idea here is you're basically just getting Utah off of his contract, right? Like that's the problem is Utah's in a tough spot because of a couple things, right? One, they have to find somebody that views Lauri Markkanen good enough to not just trade for him, but actually give you value for him on top of being willing to take the contract. And if you're Utah, you don't want to just take on a bunch of bad contracts, right? There's teams out there that would probably like, hey, we have this terrible contract. We'll give you that in 2 firsts for Lauri Markkanen just so we can get off of this guy's money, right? Like, a team like Phoenix probably would have, hey, you want Bradley Beal in 2 firsts for, Lauri Markkanen? Sure, we'll do that, right? But that doesn't make sense for Utah, right? So again, and they can't buy out Lauri Markkanen. He's got too much money long term. So how do you find a trade that makes sense for Utah? So Utah's going to have to pick a lane. They're going to have to pick a direction, right? Either A, you want to just salary dump and you want to get off as much salary as possible, which you would, right? Like Jared Vanderbilt would only have 1 more year left on his deal. Everyone else is expiring, right? So you basically get a bunch of expiring contracts. If Lakers were to throw in like a first or something like that, I wouldn't hate it, right? Like, because again, they'll have a couple more firsts in the offseason. Now you have Luka, Austin Reaves, DeAndre Ayton, Lauri Markkanen, right? Lauri could slot in at your 3 right now. And then when LeBron comes back, he could be your 4, or right now he could slot in at your 4. And then when LeBron comes back, slide over to your 3. And then when LeBron, whenever he leaves or retires or whatever, then you can move Lauri Markkanen over. And then now you could have your 4, right? So you could have Luka, Austin Reaves, Lauri Markkanen, and then a DeAndre Ayton, and then probably Marcus Smart as your 5th starter, or maybe Jake LaRavia and kind of lean in offensively. Couple problems though, right? Yes, again, the vision, the idea is like, man, Lauri Markkanen would be great. And he would. He would be fantastic. Again, you'd probably be the best offense in all of basketball. You'd be incredibly efficient. You'd have just that constant threat out there, all of it, right? But One, he's making max money. And you're going to have to pay Austin Reaves, especially the way he's playing right now, probably max money. Lauri Markkanen has also not been a model of health. So he's a guy that you're overpaying for. Now you have no real flexibility, right? Because you have maxes in Lauri Markkanen, Austin Reaves, and Luka Doncic. And Luka Doncic is going to be doing a new contract in another 2 years before their contracts are up. So now you have all this money tied up in basically three guys. And it's like, is Lauri Markkanen and Austin Reaves and Luka Doncic enough to go win you multiple championships? Right? I don't know. Defensively, you're probably terrible. Right? Like, if Lauri Markkanen was making $25 million, sure. Right? Like, I'd be all over that. Go make that trade, give up what you got to outside of Austin Reaves, do, whatever. Rui and Gabe Vincent, and, go get Lauri Markkanen, give a first and a pick swap or whatever else. Give up whatever assets you have, because you could keep Jared Vanderbilt. So right now you could have Luka, Reaves, Vando, Lauri Markkanen, DeAndre Ayton as your starting five. Right? And then when LeBron departs, now you can kind of retool and revamp and do all that stuff. Right? Like, again, something like that, sure, that makes sense, right? But he's not. And, now you have the defensive issues and struggles, right? Like, if the Lakers were to flip Austin Reaves in the offseason, right? Not right now, because you're just not going to get the value for Austin Reaves, especially the way he's playing. But let's say Austin Reaves, right? Like, you were able to pull something off, right? So let's say you'd have to know now, basically. Right? Like, if Austin Reaves is like, hey, I got a taste for the good life, got the taste of running the show, I want to run the show. Let's work out a sign and trade in the offseason. I won't just bail on you guys because you guys gave me the platform to get to where I'm at. I won't just bail on you guys. We'll work out a sign and trade together, or I'll just re-sign with you if no one wants to give you a proper trade, right? And then you can trade me later, right? If he's willing to work with the Lakers that way, and kind of by the trade deadline, then, or let's say it's just not working with LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reaves, it's just like, we need to get off something, right? Like, then yes, you could go make the trade for Lauri Markkanen knowing that, like, hey, we're going to get a haul for Austin Reaves, right? And then, whatever. But the thing is, too, is you still have to get the right package. Like, if you could do something, like, let's say Trae Young leaves Atlanta, and you could do, like, and you could turn Austin Reaves into, like, Dyson Daniels and, like, Jalen Johnson, right? Now, I would, if you can get some assets or whatever, I'd probably do that, right? Because especially if Austin Reaves is leaving regardless. Right? Because then now it's like, okay, you got Luka Doncic, Dyson Daniels, probably the best fit in the league for him at the 2 guard. Jalen Johnson, who has star potential, 2-way potential, right? Lauri Markkanen and DeAndre Ayton. Now you're versatile. You got offense, you got defense. Lauri Markkanen go get you 25 plus a night, right? Jalen Johnson go get you 20 plus a night, right? Now you have the pieces to where you can win multiple championships. And even though Lauri Markkanen's overpaid, it's like you kind of you're good enough, right? Like, it makes sense. The team's balanced well enough. You got more offense, defense, all the things in between. But it's just there's so many things that have to fall into place. I would love to have Lauri Markkanen. I just don't think it's a trade that makes sense for the Lakers. I don't. If the Lakers are going to package Rui and all that stuff, like, I would either do it in individual trades to get the pieces you need, right? Or if whatever, Giannis ends up wanting out or something like that. But even then, you don't have the assets to go get him, right? So, like, it doesn't make sense to go and sell the farm for a guy in Lauri Markkanen who offensively you're better. But the thing is, the Lakers are already the best offense in all of basketball. The Lakers are putting up 140 points and they didn't shoot the 3-ball super well, right? Like, what happens when Luka and Austin Reaves are shooting well? Lakers are going to be the best offense in all of basketball regardless, right? So, like, you don't need more offense. You need more 2-way capabilities, right? So I would rather go get an Andrew Wiggins and like a Haywood Highsmith or something like that and you could get both cheaper than Lauri Markkanen. Right? And now you got 2 like legit 3-and-D guys. Like, I would just rather go that route. then sell the farm to go get Lauri Markkanen, and that what makes you maybe more efficient offensively, but you're still the best offense in all of basketball, right? Like you don't need, like, how much better offensively do you need? Now you're just solely leaning in and just outscoring teams and running through teams, but you need the balance, right? Because I don't care how good you are offensively, right? Come playoff time, you're going to have droughts, you're going to have stretches, you're going to have moments, right? Like, so you need to be able to weather the storm during those times. So personally, I think the Lakers stay away from Lauri Markkanen. I get the idea. I get the thought process. I get kind of like, hey, man, like Lauri Markkanen fit, everything would just be beautiful. I agree. It would be fantastic. If he was making half of what he's making, I'd be all over. I'd be screaming from the rooftops, go trade for Lauri Markkanen. But right now, I just don't think it makes sense. Personally, I would stay away. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. It's me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.